presents Com 382's Talk Show 101. My name is Max Litt, and I'll be your host this evening. Today's show takes a deeper look into some of UNCW's most interesting personalities. From a viral marketing whiz to a professional wrestler impersonator, we have it all. Let's go ahead and introduce our first guest. He's a business marketing major at UNCW with a minor in computer science, Mark Manker.
Thanks. Thanks for having me here.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today.
It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem, Mark. It's great to see you. Well, Mark, I've got a list of accolades of yours in front of me, and I'm honestly
There is quite many of them.
I'm blown away. I got to be honest with you. Track and field. You know, you're into viral marketing, obviously. Event planning. So you know, you're a senior, correct?
I am a senior here.
Okay. And when exactly will you be graduating?
I'll be graduating December of 2012, so next year.
Okay, awesome. So you know, as your graduation nears, I'm assuming you're starting to reflect on your time here at UNCW.
I am.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, a little bit about looking back, looking forward. You know, what does your time at UNCW mean to you?
It means a lot. Like coming in freshman year, I was part of the track team, and it was almost like a fraternity in an aspect. Like there was a lot of functions that we went to all together. But then once I stopped going to track, my junior year, I kind of went on my own, and this is where I kind of actually found myself and my personality. I went to computers, also with drawing and acting and all sorts of other things. Just pretty much just procrastination and being bored half the time, just to keep me going.
Right. Creativity.
Key to success.
Key. Very true. Very true. All right. Well, you're very much into viral marketing and making videos and you know, making campaigns about certain things that you believe in. Why don't you tell us a little bit about one of your most famous campaigns, Wooddale Blowout?
We had Wooddale Blow. We have two of them, actually. The first one was pretty good, but the second one was even bigger. We had more videos and more people coming out, and it was actually for our roommate's cat. His cat, Felix, actually was diagnosed with AIDS, and we came up with a campaign to fund some money for that. We brought not only cats, but dogs, and people brought some money, canned goods, pet food, and all sorts of things. And we had it at our house in our shed, and we had live music, and it was actually a really good time.
Good turnout, sounds like?
It was a very good turnout. We actually did 4 videos of it, and I believe one of the videos will be shown later on this clip.
Okay.
And we'll just go from there.
Very cool. Very
and
cool.
Actually, I want to point that in the future, we're actually doing a Wooddale Blowout 3, the final chapter, because most of my friends are graduating not in December, but actually in May.
Right.
So we want to have an experience where we have a last time to have a great time.
So have you been in the planning process for that?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
We plan on having another live music, DJ, just some adult activities with beverages, and just have a great old time.
Awesome. Sounds good. So as far as making these videos, you know, what sort of inspires you to do this? You just talked a little bit about, you know, finding yourself and whatnot, getting into basically hobbies that you seem to enjoy. Tell me a little bit about some of your inspiration for making these videos, whether it be, you know, movies, TV shows.
It's just
what is it?
It's the frontier of entertainment. Like if you look on the TV now, all the top shows is Tosh Point oh, Ridiculous with Rob Dyrdek. And I'm actually from Kettering, Ohio, the hometown of Rob Dyrdek.
Okay.
And a dream of mine would be to go on his show and either be in the back scenes or be in the front scenes or get coffee for him, just to be around Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Do you have any, you know, you mentioned Ridiculousness, you mentioned some online shows and you know, podcasts and stuff like that. What are some of your favorite shows? Like what really draws you into doing this?
I would say MTV, though everyone is controversial. Like that is the show that designs the youth. Like with Jersey Shore, The Real World Adventures, or whatever they call it. It's just, I can't get enough of it.
Right, very cool. Now you're into creating these videos, but based on some of the ones that I've watched previous to this interview, it seems that you like to be in them as well. Do you have any interest in acting?
I do. I've actually been in a film with Allison Eastwood's daughter. It was Don't Tell. It was shot in the cornfields of Akron, Ohio.
Right.
And we...
Clint Eastwood, correct?
Clint Eastwood's daughter, Allison Eastwood, yes. And we just were in a church scene, a cemetery scene, and a car scene. It was actually pretty cool. We got to meet all the professional actors, and they had free food and all sorts of stuff.
Do you think that experience sort of led you into,
Oh, for sure. It got me used to being on camera, showed me the back scenes of the entertainment business, of how the camera needs to be set up and the time process it takes. People think you just go on TV and it's boom, it goes, but there's preparation almost up to 2 hours before you even get on air.
Right. In addition to some of the other hobbies that you're into, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of your stand-up comedy, why you like to do it, what your inspiration is, and whatnot?
I love stand-up comedy. It's almost my personality. Sometimes it gets me in trouble sometimes at the bars. But I go back on Nick Swartzen, Dan Cook, and my favorite, Dave Chappelle, which lives actually in Yellow Springs right near my house.
Right.
And just the skits that he does and the stand-up that he does is just unbelievable.
Right.
With the hand gestures and the physical comedy.
Now, why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is about Dane Cook, Nick Swartzen? What do you think it is that they have that you are drawn to and want to emulate?
It's their personality. They tie in their personality so good with their stand-up. Some people just come up with stand-up, but they don't have physical comedy, or they don't lead it in well with the story, and it gets tied off, and people don't really understand what's going on within the story.
Right, right. Do you have maybe a joke that you could share with us?
Oh, for sure. Right now, if you look on Facebook, it's a great time to be on. Girls are actually posting bikini pictures. And they put the time in during the winter, actually. They went to the tanning beds looking golden and crisp right now.
Right, right.
Just a little other stuff.
Right, very cool. You're a family man, you're a full-time uncle, study abroad,
Best adventure of my life. I recommend anyone that can do it, do it.
Great, Mark. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show and talking with us. It's been great. We're going to bring out another guest, and I just really appreciate you coming on here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, guys, that's it, and we'll be right back. Yeah.
1 minute, guys.
7 minutes went fast. Thanks, man. You too. We just met viral marketer Mark Manker, and now I'd like to introduce our second guest. He's a recent graduate from the Department of Psychology here at UNCW, and now has decided to apply his trade in a rather odd fashion. Remy Tamer has dedicated his life to being an impersonator, not just of anybody, but of the late, great professional wrestler the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ladies and gentlemen, Remy Tamer.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Mark Maker.
Great to see you.
How's it going? It's great to see you guys.
Great
Thanks
to
for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice kicks, man.
Oh, no.
It's great to see you, Remy.
Likewise.
Life after college. Tell us about it.
Cannot complain. It's beautiful. I wake up whenever I want.
Yeah.
Go to sleep when I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's no homework. You know, I was tired of doing the whole 9 to 5 studying.
Right.
I'm not a bookworm.
Right. You got pets now, I hear.
Pets. It's like a zoo in our house. It's unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
smelly. I don't have allergies, so that's okay. But, you know,
Yeah.
take
I
me
hear
again.
you.
I
How
love
many
this
pets
guy.
do you have?
2 cats and a dog.
What are their names?
Pancake Beans are the 2 cats, both
Okay.
males.
Yeah.
And Lynette is our beloved dog,
Right.
Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Sounds like a beautiful dog.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be at Wooddale Blowout 3, was it?
It is 3, the final chapter.
Yeah.
Final
okay.
chapter.
Everyone
I
is-
hope my invite's coming in the mail, by the way. I mean, I am the host, but you know,
We'll see. We'll
yeah,
see.
throw me a bone here, man.
We'll see.
All right, Remy. Well, graduated from the psychology department. Looking forward to graduate school, correct?
Absolutely. I got into Florida State next fall,
Okay.
and I'm hoping to really bring this macho madness into Tallahassee, into Florida, I want to go worldwide.
Right.
But you got to cross state lines first.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
ain't
kinda-
easy being cheesy,
Yeah.
but you got to be the Tower of Power. You know?
Oh,
This guy knows. This guy knows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere and then branch out.
Psychology. Why psychology? I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's interesting you asked. I started out, I just had, a lot of ideas in my mind, exercise science, PE,
Right,
English,
right.
but nothing really brought macho man mania
Right.
together like psychology, because you
Right.
have to get in the mindset.
Right.
You can't go out there and mess around,
Yeah.
and PE wouldn't get me there.
And you're a competitive person. I mean, you were a student athlete here at UNCW. Why don't you share with us, a little bit about that experience?
Absolutely. I ran track and field all 4 years of college. Great sport.
Right.
I learned a lot, but what really was a great transition into college sports was macho man mentality.
Right.
It was no holds bar, no pain, no gain, just pedal to the metal
Right.
all day,
Right.
every day.
Absolutely.
Dropping a lot of big elbows, no mercy,
So would you say that your competitive drive is sort of an outlet, or excuse me, the Macho Man is an outlet for your competitive drive that you no longer have now that you've graduated? Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Maybe. I still have that competitive drive.
Right.
There's never a day that goes by when I don't walk around and I'm thinking, I need to drop kick something,
Right.
You just spin kick a door open, and it's Macho Man.
Sure. I mean,
He's-
everyone feels that way.
He's
right? Yeah.
infiltrated my mind, and psychology hasn't helped
Right.
in a good way.
Right. Yeah, I guess every now and then, we all just gotta drop kick doors and spin kick things open. Yeah.
Right.
So, why Macho Man? Why not the Hulk? Why not Lex Luger, Sting, Paul Bear, Undertaker?
The Rock.
I mean, I could go all day. The Rock.
As Macho Man would say, I didn't need the pukesters now, and I never needed them.
That's interesting.
These guys are nothing. They got the biggest biceps in the game, but everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but nobody wants to lift the weights. You know what I'm saying?
Well-
They're show muscles.
Well,
not
while we're
really
talking about muscles and whatnot, it's been a big issue in probably the last 10 to 15 years about steroids. Macho Man, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no regarding steroid use. I don't want to, smudge anyone's legacy.
I want to lay to rest all of the controversy that's been surrounded me my whole career. No steroids. None of that.
So you actually believe that you are the Macho Man?
Oh, I am the Macho Man.
Okay.
When the late, great Macho Man passed away, God rest his soul, I felt it was almost a calling for me. I had been doing this for God knows how long, but it was my time to take the reins.
Right.
I mean, in a way, he visited me, unconsciously, consciously, whatever you call it, and he called to me, recruited me.
Right.
Fill his shoes.
have here, why don't you share this with us about a dream that you may have had,
Oh, gosh.
where the Macho Man actually visited you?
Here I am, cornfield. Why? No idea. It's a dream. Who knows?
Where was the cornfield? Just
Probably Midwest, Iowa. Who knows? Macho Man is there for some reason on top of a tractor. He's there just trucking. And all I can see, he's got 5 cigarettes lined up, and he's like, Remy, I need you to fill my shoes. And I crack up now. I'm nervous, but it really happened. And he says, I need you to fill my shoes when I'm done. And this is a week before he passed away.
wow.
All I see is him doing all these iconic moves, and I'm here trying to impersonate the voice, and yet he wants me to be the whole kit and caboodle.
Right.
He wants me to go the whole extra 10 yards.
Do you have a favorite quote or saying? Or maybe you can just walk us through a couple of your favorite Macho Man sayings. We do have the demonstration later, so I don't want you to use all of, the good ones now, but just a couple,
Well, when I'm done laying it down on an opponent, and
Right.
I can't reiterate enough, it happens on a daily basis. When I'm just dropping big elbows,
Right.
pinning them 1, 2, 3. I like to finish off with maybe the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. Something like that.
Okay.
Maybe do a little flex,
Yeah.
then pop like this. Little scary stuff. You know?
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Have you thought about changing your name?
Never.
Always keep Remy Tamer?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Apparently,
I like that.
You can't sell out.
I like that.
I'm
You
having a
keep-
difficult time distinguishing between Remy Tamer and the Macho Man, and I think, in your eyes, that may be a success. With that said, it seems like you've got a lot going for you right now. I really wish you all the best in Tallahassee. When we get back, we're going to have a wrestling demonstration between the two, and that'll be after the break, and we'll see you in a couple. Welcome back to the show, y'all. As I said earlier, we're going to have a little bit of a wrestling demonstration. We have Remy Tamer here, Macho Man Randy Savage impersonator. And what he's going to do for us right now is basically just to show you how he gets into character, let us know what he's got to do, show some of his equipment and some of his accessories, and then we're going to have a little bit of a demonstration where he and Mark basically go at it. So, Remy, why don't you tell us the first step in getting into character?
Well, kiddos, it all starts first with the shirt. I got to get rid of this guy, and I got to switch into the Macho Mania, rip muscles popping out shirt. So let me take this off while I readjust my mic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these
No
aren't
steroids, we can tell.
these aren't playing around, right, guys? A lot of hours in the gym.
Yeah.
This is typical Macho Mania shirt. You may say this is very 80s, but
Right.
when isn't Macho Man 80s?
I like the color.
I mean, it brings it all together.
Right.
As you can see, I got these shorts on, not doing it for me. Bam. Ooh. I like to lace these shoes up so I can be light,
Right.
nimble. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
This guy knows.
Yeah.
You didn't bring the
Is
right
that
attire.
a Speedo that you're wearing?
Well, some call it a Speedo, some call it, I don't know, battle armor. You could call
Okay.
it what you will. Let me tuck this in so you can get a full view of what
Okay.
I'm giving.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Next. Proud American always wears the flag.
Okay.
And Macho Man is one proud patriot.
Okay.
Tie
Where did
it
you
up.
get that from?
Oh, I got it from General Custer's
Oh.
great-great-grandson.
Wow.
He's actually a Hell's Angel. Greatest American you know.
Is he still alive?
Have this on here. Protect the head, the dome piece. It's got to stay fresh.
Now, how close are we to actually completing the outfit? And how are you feeling right now as opposed to how you were when you sat down?
I'm getting a little amped. As you can see, I'm getting a little,
Yeah, your face is kind of flushed.
Got to stay loosey-goosey, but still hanging tough.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting my juices flowing, man.
Right,
I'm nervous.
right.
But you may say I'm 98% ready. I've got these clothes on. You're like, this guy's ready to drop elbows, jump top rope.
Right.
No. It's all right here in the shades. These eyes are soft.
Right.
They're generous. They're blue.
They're beautiful.
They make me sensitive. But when I put these shades on, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. I'm off the wall.
Right,
And you
right.
don't want to get me there, but we're going to do a demonstration, so it's got to be done, right?
Okay, so basically what's going to happen here is, why don't you all stand on opposing sides here, and I'll kind of give you the on my go. So Remy, or Macho Man, why don't you go ahead and get your glasses on, and we could just about get ready to get started. Okay? So on my go, Remy, why don't you just demonstrate for us a couple of wrestling moves you have. So, wood tail blowout.
Yep. Okay. First thing we're going to do, stay loosey. We're going to do the collar elbow tie. It's the most famous wrestling startup. Coming in, doing this, squaring off. No. Here, collar, elbow. This is a general setup. Here we are. Now, from here, there's a lot of things you can do. I like to do the old behind the back elbow press. How's that feel? How's that feel? How's it feel?
Not good.
Exactly. I'm doing this all day.
I like it. I like it.
You get in my way, you break in line,
Yeah.
this is going to happen.
I mean, I could tell you're putting him under a lot of duress by his armpit stains.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around. Have him right here.
I like it.
Back
Okay.
control.
Now, can you tell us about maybe a match that you've used this on, a wrestler, or a particular time?
Never
or-
forget. The Hacksaw Jim Duggan, 1989 World Wrestling Federation Cup. Here we are. I got Jim Hackett right here. He's sitting here trying to struggle. No, sir. Anaconda behind the back. I'm crying. I'm like, gah. I'm getting him. You know what I do? The old ear twist. Gets him every time.
Oldest trick in the book.
Throw off the equilibrium. You got nothing. You got absolutely nothing.
Right. Oldest trick in the
Let
book.
him fall. We're not going to go down there because I don't want to get a little too,
I appreciate
antsy.
that. I'm new to the game.
Okay, next move. We're going to do an open hand slap to the chest. Watch your mic, though. Come over here. We're squaring off. I may fake for the elbow. Nope. Slap.
Oh.
Doesn't look like much. I'm going 10%.
Yeah.
When you're going 100%, I'm talking five
Well,
fingers.
why don't we
Starfish.
maybe go like 25%?
25? Okay.
Right.
What would you do if I came at you like this? Just.
I would be like this.
Okay, there he is. He's
Right.
doing this. Now, I fake here. Where are you going?
Probably over here.
Faking here? Where are you going?
Over here.
All right, I go down.
I'd probably go back.
Whop! Blocked it.
Right.
Good job. You should be a wrestler. Shake your hand.
Thank you.
All right.
Now, Mark, do you have any background in wrestling? We know that you're a computer whiz and you spend a lot of your time behind a desk in front of a screen eating chips, but, you know.
I've never wrestled. I've played many sports, but wrestling is not one.
Right, okay. I mean, we could tell the Macho Man did handle you pretty nicely.
He did.
Yeah. So, now why don't you share with us your signature move, your favorite move, the one that you beat Hulk Hogan with for the 1990 WrestleMania
Big
World Championship.
elbow. Now, this is going to take a little bit of coaxing for you. You know, you got to be ready for what's coming because in wrestling, you can call it fake, you can call it what you will, scripted, but you're taking punishment. But you can lessen the punishment if you know what's coming. I'm getting ready to give you a big elbow, and I'm going to give it to you right here.
Okay.
Right on your.
I'll be ready.
Right on your trap there. I'm coming from behind you.
And don't be afraid to, you know, self-defense.
Here I am, coming off the rope, top rope, big elbow. I'm going to pin him 1, 2, 3. Just like that. See that?
Right.
No joke. Knocks him out every time.
And down goes Frazier.
Down goes Frazier like a sack of potatoes.
And down goes Frazier.
Down goes Frazier. Okay. Now, would you like to try that on me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't happen often, all right? Let me just reiterate, no one does this to the Macho Man.
I appreciate you letting me try this.
Macho Man, are you okay? You all right? Do we have
Are you all right there, sir?
Don't touch.
Your teaching
How do you feel right now?
I am unjustifiably in a situation I'd not like to be in.
Okay. Well, as far as the demonstration is concerned, I think maybe we should just take a seat. Why don't we all just go back down?
That's a good idea.
That maybe didn't go as well as we'd planned it to be, but
I didn't warm up, ladies and gentlemen. I got to take them off. I just, I broke character. I didn't warm up. Kids, safety is paramount. If you're not warming up and stretching, this is going to happen. You're going to let some shrimp, fish, drop the big elbow, and you're done.
As we start to wrap things up and conclude here, I think what's important is for all the people out there, maybe for the aspiring whiz kids, people who want to do viral marketing videos, and for all the aspiring wrestling impersonators, because I'm sure there are a lot out there. Why don't you share with us a little bit of advice just to pass on?
Just stay with your dream. No matter what anyone says, just keep going at it. Just as you, Remy Tamer, though the day wasn't your best day with wrestling, just keep at it. Keep that mentality of a wrestler.
Inspired by life.
Yeah, you might be a wrestler, I might be on the computer, someone might be acting, someone might be a professional basketball player. It's just, you gotta keep that dream, and no matter what happens and what anyone says, you just gotta go for it.
Absolutely.
And for you, Remy?
I 100% agree. As far as viral videos, what about that elbow drop possibly on YouTube at any day this time?
I think we need to meet up and have
Blowout 3, I'm talking Rumble, dropping elbows.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I really think so.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you to all of our guests for taking the time to be with us, and thank you for our viewers for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Com 382's Talk Show 101, and I appreciate your time. Guys, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Remy, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.